Welcome back to our channel, guys. So today we have our special guest here, as you can see. So she is actually someone that has zero powerlifting experience until she's currently an International Powerlifting Federation national referee. So apart from that, also our friend today, she can actually squat 90 kilo, bench 84 kilo,
Bench 84 kilo.
45 kilo. My mistake. And deadlift 110.
Yes.
Is there any new PR?
No.
Currently still at this current moment, yeah?
Yes.
PR soon?
Yes. I would like to PR someone's heart.
Oops.
Okay. All right.
Welcome Atika Sigun to our show.
Thank you.
Any introduction for yourself?
As Ivan has introduced, my name is Atika Sikun. Apart from being a IPF national referee, as an official, I am also a competitive powerlifter with the numbers that he just mentioned, and also a friend of Ivan Lee.
Yay.
All right.
Thank you, Atika, for coming to the show.
Thank you so much, Ivan, for having me. I really appreciate it.
For your information, guys, she just gave a 1 hour speech.
Yes.
With to 500 crowds.
Yes, correct.
And afterwards, she traveled all the way down to my place to give another 1 hour
Or more.
podcast episodes.
Yes.
So you guys better appreciate it, okay?
Guys, better listen.
Yes, listen carefully. Now, today we're gonna talk about like how you as a female athlete, also from someone who don't have experience, and then slowly learn, have a coach to guide you, and then understand the sports, and all the way down until what you have achieved today. So the story will be long.
Yes.
Okay, so like, can you share with us how did you start powerlifting? I'm actually quite curious.
Oh, okay. So do you want a professional answer or do you want the real answer?
Real answer.
Okay. So I started powerlifting by accident. Okay. In the sense that previously, if you guys follow me on at my Instagram, I think it's good. So I've actually done MMA. I've actually done kickboxing before, and I've also done yoga. But after a while, I hit a plateau. So during MCO, I met this guy, and he's actually a weightlifter.
Who's the lucky guy?
No, unlucky guy because he broke up with me. Okay.
You broke up with him?
No, he broke up with me. But the real reason why I started off powerlifting is that I needed a distraction. You know, usually after breakups, we needed something new.
We all did that.
Yes. So my way to escape, the breakup, to get over the breakup, is by finding a new sports. So I'm done with yoga. I'm done with MMA. I'm done with kickboxing.
Even like MMA couldn't help you to relieve the stress.
No,
like you're punching someone.
Maybe it's just my previous coach.
Okay.
But I think like at that point of time, I was thinking like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should try strength training. And funny enough, when I actually Googled strength training, Strength Academy pop up, okay, which is where I train right now. And then after that, I did a consultation with Hisham, our coach. Hi, Hisham.
Yes.
Okay, and then the rest are history. But to answer your questions earlier, the reason why I started powerlifting is the professional answer I always give people is that I want to be strong.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to feel weak, and I want to be able to lift things like as I grow older. But the real reason,
the raw reason,
okay, the real reason is that if given the chance, I've moved on, by the way. I've moved on, okay? I dated like a few more guys after that. Yeah, I moved on. But I think the main reason at that point of time, which is actually not healthy, is that if I were to bump into my ex again, who knows, like maybe one day, I want to ask him, how much do you bench? Okay, this is like an inside joke among powerlifter, but I want to be like able like, how much do you bench? You can only bench your body weight, please, you know. But then it along the way, after a while, it no longer became the reason for me to. I literally fell in love with the sports. I love it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about it. Actually, quite a lot of people that I asked before, usually the raw reason that they start lifting is because of breakups, emotional damage.
Yes. Emotional damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, funnily enough. So once when you started powerlifting it was in Strength Academy.
Yes.
And
Right away.
Right away.
Yeah.
It was when?
It was in September 2021. So next month will be my 2 years anniversary
Wow.
doing powerlifting. Yeah.
Yeah. And how was the experience so far to you?
How was the experience? It was tough at first because I didn't like what it is doing to my body. Like, you know, I got bigger, more muscular. But then after a while, I embrace it, and I think one of the other reason is because of the very strict and consistent training time to achieve the result that I wanted. So yeah.
Right. So do you feel like just now when you mentioned it makes you feel bigger, more muscular, can you describe a little bit like how does you feel and did you overcome that feeling?
Okay, so basically, you know, as a girl, when we go to the gym, right? When we go to the gym, we always want to look lean, want to look toned, you know? And a lot of the female who go to the gym, they usually does hip thrust. Yeah. Okay. That's hip thrust.
Someone there is laughing.
I mean, I'm not saying all, but in general, because there is I would say there is a concept, and it's not a misconception. There is this thinking among females that, oh, if you actually lift weights, you'll get bigger. Yes, you will. But, okay, it's not that easy. Let me tell you, it's not that easy. I got this only after 2 years, so it's not immediately. So I would also like to change the mindset of especially my female friends, because lifting weights actually helps a lot of us, not just like emotionally, but in terms of, for me, in terms of time management.
Correct.
In terms of
discipline,
in terms of consistency and commitment, and I've actually managed to overcome it because, like, right now, I feel like instead of going to be lean, okay, I am actually looking forward to be able to crush a watermelon in between my legs.
in between my legs.
Yes. That's my main goal, guys. Or my biceps. We'll see like in few years time, okay?
Bicep, apple can lah.
Watermelon. Watermelon. Small, yeah. Here. Yeah, okay. I think I saw it. It works. So maybe, okay, I need to work on my upper body first, okay, guys? So yeah. So to answer your question, yes, Alhamdulillah, I did manage to overcome it, and I'm very happy with how I look right now, physique wise. But then I need to do more shopping because I can't fit most of my top already because my back is wider.
Yeah, that's a good news, right?
Yeah, there's a great news. The great news. I used to like hate the idea of it, but now I'm like, okay, I need it bigger.
Can you tell us, like, how do you feel? You know, once, because I do have a lot of clients and I believe that they are listening right now, like, they are very afraid of growing their muscles, for example, their lats. And they felt like if they grow the muscles for example, they will become bigger, and the feeling that they describe is very traumatizing, and I feel like they will become like a Hulk or something.
Okay.
How do you feel once you get, you grow your lats and
Okay.
yeah.
So honestly, one thing that a lot of us need to actually take note of is that the mentality of people, because you should be happy with what you have. So let's say maybe your female clients or those of you guys who are currently listening, you are afraid to grow your upper body, maybe your lats, for example, or your biceps, right? You don't want to look manly. Trust me, that actually shows dedication, and for me that's hard. Okay, and that also is a result of your consistent hard work. So for me, if let's say physique wise, if it is growing, it means that you're doing something right, and you should embrace it, because if anything, people will ask, hey, like, why do you look bigger?
Yeah.
Why do you look more muscular, quote unquote? You can tell them, because I work hard and I can probably lift heavier than you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There you go, guys.
Yes.
So my next question is, when you are a powerlifting athlete, that time you was a client, right? And you train under our coach Hisham. How did it happen, and how did you start to think about, okay, I now am able to go to competition, and I'm willing to go to competition? Like, what inspired you?
Okay, so the first powerlifting competition that I had the opportunity to also MC my first powerlifting gig as well.
By the way, her MC, the voice that she put out to our competition, it's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
If you heard like all the videos or any like edited videos, and you heard someone behind like bar is loaded with a strong
Thank you.
voice, oh my god, that is Atika.
Okay,
Right?
thank you, everyone.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So basically, I think I was inspired to see at that time. She's now my best friend as well. Catherine, Cat Chong.
Yeah.
Cat Chong, because she's 52 kilos, but she's lifting so heavy, and she still looks very graceful and classy. So I wanted to be that on the platform. But of course, the journey to actually get there is not easy.
Yeah.
Okay, as you know, our
Yes.
coach is very stern.
Yeah.
And very stern. But he loves us, okay? Yeah, Hisham, you will sing this? Yes, I know, you love us. You love your client. In the sense that Hisham always asks me every single time, like I ask him like, hey, can I achieve this number? Can I do this? Can I do that? He will ask me like, what is the end goal for you? Is it for yourself or is it for people? Because seeking validation from people is not healthy in the long run.
Yeah.
So if you really want to do it, you should do it for yourself, you know? So my first competition was in Sarawak, Sarawak Powerlifting Open, which I also have the opportunity. Oh, banyak ya? I wear so many hats. Which I also have the opportunity to become the assistant meet director with the help of from my team from Sarawak Powerlifting Association, where at that time I joined because one, I know for a fact under IPF, your gym numbers doesn't matter unless you actually compete.
Perform.
Yes, you perform, you compete on the platform, right? In the sense that if you want to be recognized officially, then you should be competing in a official sanctioned powerlifting meet. Okay, meet, by the way, is competition. Yeah, we call them a meet. Yes. All right. So it took some convincing for Hisham to actually allow me to actually compete.
So you convinced Hisham to allow you to compete.
Okay, so the story is that I've been telling the people, our friends, right, the people around me, that I wanted to compete, but I don't know how to talk to Hisham.
So everyone's like, hey, Hisham, bagilah.
One Hisham was like, so I heard you want to compete. I'm like, can I? He was like, if you think you're ready, sure. But we need to work really hard. So, and then we started prepping. So usual athlete will prep maybe 12 weeks out, which is 3 months away from the competition. But I personally will take about a minimum of 5 months to prepare myself because of my work schedule as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Life factors.
Yeah, like external factors and all that. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's how you actually started and then compete.
Yes.
And how many days you train in a week, and how is the routine looks like your work? And I believe it's gonna be tough, like controlling your schedule. You are so busy. Like, how is the process for you?
So for the past 2 years, what I've done is that on every Sunday, I will tell Hisham, okay, these are the timings that I can come. So I come, I train 3 days a week with Hisham, and 1 day on my own. I self-train.
Yeah.
So the splits are different based on the programming that Hisham does. So the one thing that I really want to encourage those of you guys who are currently listening, and I'm pretty sure Ivan knows as well, that if you really want to succeed and excel in any sport,
Yeah.
if given the opportunity, if you have the means to do it, please get a certified coach. It has been extremely rewarding for me as well, and I'm pretty sure for Hisham.
Can you share? What is the most rewarding part?
I think the most rewarding part is that, okay, again, being with a coach, you have to have a certain dynamic so that your coach understands you, you understand your coach as well. And for me, anyone that I work with during working or like outside of work, I have an immense respect for them, right? So for Hisham,
Yeah.
what I usually do is that it's very hard to get a good from him. He doesn't simply say like, oh, good job. No.
Like a complimentary.
No, it's very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's okay, Shao. I'm used to it. Okay. So in the sense that, okay, so like when I posted my lifts on Instagram, right, my trainings on Instagram, people will be like, oh my God, that's so good. I said, so I have this saying, my friends know about it. Say, no, it's not Hisham approved yet. Yeah.
Not a tick from Hisham.
Yeah, it's not a tick from Hisham. But I think the most rewarding part is that the moment he said that this is a better form, this is a better technique, I know for a fact that I'm not swaying from the progress that I'm making, and it means that I can now like get more, I would say, more progression in the future.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, so I also would like to add on is like, as a coach, I believe that, you know, the most important factor is like how coach gives empathy to the trainees, all the clients. And I really realized that there's a lot of coaches out there, even if it's a certified coach, empathy is something that a lot of people are lacking of, where coach always have the mentality to like push. But I do see that Hisham's, or maybe me, even myself, I believe that empathy is one of the most important part to play, to put into the relationship between the trainees and a coach. And that's how we can always enjoy the process of training in whatever, like, I mean, if you're in powerlifting, if you are just normal strength training, right? And I think empathy is one thing that is very, very important.
Yeah. So on the contrary belief, Hisham is someone.
He's good lah.
He's actually very caring. Yeah, walaupun dia garang, Okay, but Hisham, one thing that I noticed different, obviously I talk a lot about Hisham because he's my coach, right? And I've seen how other coaches interact with their PTs, with their trainees, with their clients, right? One thing I noticed the difference between what I'm receiving from Hisham as my coach is that every single time when I greet him,
Yeah.
I do see some other coaches as well. Every single time when I greet him in the morning, he will always, the first thing first, he will ask me, how are you feeling today? Which indicates like, oh, he actually wants to know how's my mental doing and my physique doing before we even start
Yeah.
the training session, which is, I think, is a very important. Like you said, like empathy, communication is important, but the more important thing is actually comprehension.
Yes.
Like talking to your clients and seeing how they feel. There's no point of you keep on pushing, do volume work,
Yes.
12 reps, 15 reps.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, you get injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact, 2 years into powerlifting, training with Hisham, I've never actually gotten any injury.
That's a sign.
Yes,
That's
I
a
only
big
get
sign.
injured outside of the gym. Do not ask me further. Do not ask me
For
further.
more information, please DM
Yeah,
Atika
please slide
right
into
away.
DM.
Slide into her DM.
Yes, yeah, not gym related. So I think that's a good indicator as well, in the sense that he also always tell me like, if anything, you should like go and see a physio
Yeah, that's true.
and all that. So yeah,
Right. Interesting.
yes.
So my next questions, and this one has been asked this morning when I post our story. Asked by a few people, and they asked like, can you ask Atika how was the trip to Malta?
Oh.
Like yeah, and okay, I believe like someone that is listening, they are clients, they are training under trainers, they're not like fully understood the powerlifting scene and everything. So can you explain to us like what is the responsible of the national referee and then your trip to Malta?
Okay.
Yeah.
So for any federation, any sports. So now we're talking about powerlifting. So we have a few federations, and the federation that Malaysia currently have at the moment, if I believe there's only one, which is IPF, International Powerlifting Federation.
Yeah.
So my role is that because I am very much into the sports, that I want to be an official. So what happened was I actually took the exam to become a national referee. So the roles of IPF national referee is basically, for any competition under IPF, we have the IPF technical rule book. So the referees will actually determine if your technique is good and if your form is good as well. So one thing I actually like about IPF is that I've not studied other federations. One thing I like about IPF is that the guideline is very straightforward. Okay, and of course we will take into account the external factors as well, but the guidelines is very straightforward. The rule book is very straightforward, so it's a lot easier to actually make make unanimous decision.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to actually take the next exam next year once I become a senior referee. Yes.
When will that be?
That will be in June 2024. Then maybe I will need to take the exam if we have C Cup or the next Asian.
Right. So after you took the exam and passed,
Yes.
and that's where you get the call to Malta for the world, is it?
Okay, for Malta, it's actually not an invitation. It's more like I actually won the giveaway. Yes. Yeah, it's a giveaway.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the IPF this year, they had a giveaway in conjunction with Malta tourism, whereby they will actually fly in 2 person from anywhere around the world, not from each country. 1 person in the world
Oh my
with a companion. They flew me because I won. and my best friend Daryl to Malta to experience the World Championship, not as an athlete, not as a coach, not as a handler, not as the organizer, but as a spectator, VIP spectator. So yeah.
And the it's just a giveaway. So they
It's
are
just a
like,
give. So it's a Instagram contest.
oh my
So like you see all these Instagram contests. Okay, if you actually like, comment, you get a car. You get a car, or you get like a 3 days 2 night trip. So a lot of people are a bit skeptical.
Yeah.
In the sense that I've actually met my new friends. When I went to Malta, I made friends with them. They say, is this even real?
Yeah.
Like, and then when they actually met me, and then they were like, oh my god, the giveaway is actually real, Yeah.
So it's anyone, as long as you participate the
Yes.
things that they
Yeah. And you know how, the funny thing is that the way to participate, okay, you just have to follow the 4 sponsors, which is the IPF, ILECO, IPF, ILECO, Visit Malta, which is the Malta Tourism, and also SBD Apparel,
Yeah.
and then just tag a friend. That's about it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
How was the trip? Come on.
Oh.
Now just how was the trip?
Okay, the trip is fully sponsored, and they also gave us 500 euros to spend. But the trip, if to put it in one word, is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
Oh my god.
Because I still consider myself as a newbie in the powerlifting scene, right?
Yeah.
So to actually be able to be there and witnessing how they run the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested in meet directing, meaning that I would like to actually direct a powerlifting meet one day, maybe in a few more years in the future. So I like how the organization of a meet goes, like not just from the athlete perspective, but from the spectator's perspective, like the flow of the event, the technicality, and the officials. So it's really, really eye-opening, mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And I pray that everyone one day will have a chance to actually witness the open worlds with their own eyes. It's amazing.
What is the one thing that is the most memorable moment that you have?
Okay, so
I saw Taylor Atwood.
yes.
I saw is it Amanda?
Yes.
And then I saw there's a lot more, the Japanese guy.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I've been a huge fan of 2 people ever since I started powerlifting. The first female powerlifter that I actually follow is Amanda Lawrence, Miss Amanda N on Instagram. And then the first the first male powerlifter that I actually follow is Taylor Atwood. So I think
Hisham? Where's Hisham?
oh, sorry, Hisham. I mean international. Okay. So I would say like I'm a big fan of Team USA. I think they are very strong. And actually, oh my god, I think the most memorable part is that, oh god, I still can't believe it.
Yeah.
So I saw Taylor Atwood from far. So I always have this, imagination in my head, like all these elite powerlifters, right? They are probably like, maybe they are surrounded by bodyguards. They look very serious all the time. So I look at him. So he's like behind this camera.
Yeah.
I look at him, I wave, I say, hi Taylor. He actually remembers me. He actually commented on my
I saw.
the reels that the IPF posted before I flew to Malta.
Oh, that's nice.
And then he was like, hi Atika. I'm like,
oh, that's nice. He said my name.
I was like, oh. No, it's like if someone were to scan like how my body is currently feeling, I think it's like melting,
It's all
like
red.
ice cream.
Yeah, scared. It's all red.
Yeah, it's like gone. And then having the opportunity to just chill and spend time with him, just around the mid area was extremely rewarding, and also to see the sportsmanship,
Yeah.
especially in not just at worlds competition, but I think it is growing within the communities itself, like how all of us cheer for each other, although we don't know them,
Yeah.
or like they are our competitors.
How many days you've been there?
I was there for 8 days, but it took us 17 hours to get there. So it's like 1.5, almost 1 day. Yeah, and change time zone some more.
Yeah, it's like 12 hours away.
12 hours.
The time zone.
The time zone. Not 12 hours. I can't remember, but it's definitely more than 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so okay, so if it's 10 a.m. here, it is 6 p.m. in Malta.
10 a.m., 6 p.m. Wow, that's like a morning and evening zone.
Yes.
Right.
So it's like if it's like 6:30 a.m. So maybe in Malaysia it will be 10 p.m.
Right. Okay, interesting. Now let's come back to our training a little bit.
Alright.
Malta, let's pause on Malta for a while.
Yeah.
So how would you advise clients that who is let's say during Puasa time, and like doing your training or maybe from your experience, how do you amend or maybe adjust your diet during your training? And what's the tips that
so like for those who are fasting, right? So my way of fasting is that I will actually train right after sahur. So let's say sahur is about 5:30. It ends at 5:30. So I will be at the gym by 6:30. So
Hisham open door for you?
Yes. So during Puasa, SA is open from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Yes. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. onwards. I can't remember the operation hour. Please check out Strength Academy to find out more.
Not sponsored by
Yeah,
the way.
not sponsored. Because I just trained there. I don't train anywhere else.
Yeah, Hisham is your treasure.
So basically, during Puasa, SA will open at 5. So technically, we can come right after sahur. But to make it more sustainable from certain people, because I am a morning person, so I like training in the morning. I want to train in the morning. And for me, it will be better when I am still processing my food properly. So Hisham has actually reminded me and suggested that I should eat paling lambat pun like the latest 2 hours before my training.
Oh, so it's like earlier.
Yes, I have been following that.
Right.
And also I've actually had a dietitian before, and also a chef.
Wow.
Yes, last time, not now.
Okay.
No time, no money.
But maybe during like Puasa time, when fasting.
No,
you're a
okay. So
chef.
during Puasa time, yes, I tried to. But then when it comes to training, because you mentioned training, right? Some people can train like right after sahur, which is me. Some people will train midday, like our friend Norman. Some people will actually train after buka. So I tried all these variables, right? I've tried all this timing, and morning still works best for me.
So would you say it's because of you are a morning person as well?
Yes, correct.
Right. So
I
it
personally
depends
believe so.
on like personal preference.
Yes.
Like what time you usually
Train.
active
Yes.
and have the reserve the energy for.
Yes.
All right. And how about your like the energy throughout the day? How would you control your energy to make it like maybe don't talk too much.
Sustainable.
Sustainable.
Okay, so my full-time job as a Shopee trainer
Yeah.
requires me to talk a lot, right?
Yeah.
So the reason why I train in the morning is that I am actually able to reserve that energy until buka.
Yeah.
So over the years, I've actually worked and trained myself to do that. So there's no issue for me. So a tips that I can actually share is that know your body well to understand like when would be the best, when would be not the best, but the most optimal time for you to train. So some of the powerlifters that I know, they train after buka, for example. So they will buka and then pray for Maghrib,
Yep.
and then after that they will start training immediately.
Training.
That works for them. Some people, they will train before buka. So by the time they are done with their training, they are ready to eat like buka puasa lah, which is also good for them as
Yeah.
well. And I think it also depends on the volume of training that you're doing.
Yes.
So during puasa, my programming usually works in the sense that we will have deload, of course, which is the lightest weight and reps and sets for the whole training block. So we will try to sustain as much as energy as we want.
Yeah.
And because like for me, I'm usually the first person that comes to the gym. The first person that comes to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the story you can know.
Yeah, 6 a.m., 7, 6 So I think my body has adapted to that. So there's no issue for me to like train earlier lah. So that after training, because of the flexibility of my full-time job as well, sometimes I will rest first and then only I start work.
Alright. That's very, very profound. And I do receive a lot of feedbacks from all Muslim clients. They said like, during Ramadan, during Puasa, it's very tough for them to exercise and they felt like they don't want to exercise. But from my point of view, I do encourage them to exercise, but we have to go into, like you said, deload or maybe train in a different training volumes kind to just adjust and make it like not so hard for you to push like usual. And how would you encourage people that who have this mindset, they like, very tired lah,
Okay.
that 1 month don't do anything lah.
So I mean it's understandable because like during Puasa months, a lot of people they want to focus on the more spiritual side, like read more Quran and then rest more, spend time more with your family, which is completely fine. But if let's say you are training and you are looking for a reason or a motivation to actually also train during Puasa, what I can share with all of you, to those of you who are listening, and maybe you can tell your client as well, everyone has 24 hours. Everyone. Okay, you don't have 27. I don't have 30 hours a day. Everyone has 24 hours, and I personally believe how you make use of that 24 hours based on your preferences is what makes you better, what makes you capable of doing a lot more than other people. Because a lot of my own friend as well, they do train, like they goes to the gym, normal gym training, right? Group exercise and all that, and during Puasa they will stop.
Yeah.
Personal choice, personal preference, which is completely fine.
Yeah.
But then after that they come to me, they say, "Oh, Atika, my training has gone down, like I don't feel great anymore. I eat so much because of the delicious food during Bazaar Ramadan."
Yeah.
So it goes back to what Puasa, what Ramadan month is all about, which is actually being able to, what I like to say, like tahan yourself
Solitude.
from Yes, exactly. So like be a better person in and out.
Yeah.
So usually actually during bulan puasa, a lot of people are like, wow, Basar Ramadan, nice food. But for the past few years, I will actually go but only to get the food that we don't usually have
Yeah.
during like non Ramadan months. But I think ultimately because powerlifting has also become a lifestyle for me, and maybe some of you guys who are also started to train whatever fitness goals that you have,
Yeah.
you have to make sure that you actually achieve your goal in a proper timeline lah.
Yeah.
Like don't go around like saying that, hey, like you should stop and do all that, because when there is a will, there is always a way.
Yes,
Yes.
that's true.
Yes.
Yeah, wow, that's very, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, and everyone has 24 hours. You will never be 25.
Yes.
You never get 25.
You never get 30.
You never
Everyone has 24 hours.
Yes.
So it's how you make use of that 24 hours differentiate you from other people. And it's true to also to add is that everybody has their own priorities, right?
Yes.
My priorities are not the same as yours, and so of you guys as well. So I would not compare myself to other people, but we look internally like what we want to achieve from this life,
That's true.
and then focus from that.
So talking about this, like, I want to ask, like, how do you, personally, I'm very curious about this. As a freelancer, as a Shopee trainer, like, very busy, hectic schedule, like, how do you, as a busy person, and yet able to organize your life and to still be consistent with whatever you want in powerlifting scene. I saw not only you are training for competition, you are also doing for like MCs and trying to fit into the organization to help as much as you can, and whatever email that I send into MAP you receive as well.
Yeah.
So like, how do you schedule priority?
Okay, so again, priorities differs from people to people. So my top 3 priorities is my family, my work, powerlifting,
Damn.
and then only myself.
Oh.
And then only myself.
Okay,
know.
That's so sweet.
Yes. But I think speaking about like how do I manage time, right? Time management, I'm not good with time management. Okay, I have to like put it out there. I'm not good in time management like how people expect me to be. So even like for simple tasks, like for example today, right? So what I usually do is that before I go to bed, I will already plan the next day, what I'm going to do, how long gonna take me, and the buffer timing. And then after that, what can I do to fill up the rest of the time? And recently I've actually signed up and engage with a wellness coach.
Which is the one that you told me just now.
Yes, correct.
Right.
So my wellness coach, hi Vilaf.
Oh.
My wellness coach has been helping me to reset my subconscious mind
Right.
on prioritizing the more important things for work. So I am also would like to share this with you. I think I'm pretty sure you know. I'm also a huge advocate of mental health in the sense that I also go to therapy once in a while,
Yeah, that's
just to be able to compartmentalize our thoughts and feelings, my thoughts and feelings better. So to answer your questions, this recently I've just went to see my therapist, and then I met my wellness coach. They both said the same thing, that people like us, people often forget that we are humans. We are not robot. Sisi Hisham. No. Please cut. No, okay. I mean, people. We are humans and we are robots. Oftentimes we think that okay, we have A, B, and C. So we want to give 100%.
To everything.
But subconsciously, that's already 300%.
Yes.
But our body can only give so much as 100%.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to see, to prioritize it better.
Yeah.
So for example, today's session, right? So my planning was die, I have to leave home by 8:30 a.m. so that I will reach that place by 9:30, the latest. Okay, then I'll do my work. I finish everything by 1. If it is stretched out by 11:15, I have to be on the road already, which I have.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
and then after that, I will probably reach your place about 2 p.m. and then our session starts at 2:30
30?
supposedly. But then I told myself, probably because I'm having lunch first, the buffer would be. I was actually looking at my time, so I told myself in my head, like, I have to stop eating at 2:45, which I did.
Yeah.
Then we start.
I'm the witness.
Yes.
Yeah. And
So-
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
So everything for me has a timeline. Yeah, unless if I free up the whole day, then it is a lot more flexible for me.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think that, wow, it's very hard to get Atika, in the sense that she's always occupied and whatnot, because I like to occupy myself, because it makes me feel extremely productive, which is, for me, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, it's really, yeah, it's really thoughtful and profound that you mentioned about